Good.
Hey guys,
Hi
Hi,
everyone.
everyone.
hey, how's everyone doing? So today, I hope everyone's doing well with all the everything going on in crypto at the moment. But yeah, we've got Brian with us today, so it's not just so we'll be going through. We want to be launching the token. Well, there's a couple things we want to be talking about today, which is the first one is the obviously the token bridge. And then after that, we want to be talking about uh, basically our development and updates to our development pipeline because we've got a few exciting things to announce. So without further ado, we'll first go into the token bridge itself. And what we want to do is basically just cover how how to use it. Uh, we'll we'll issue a link after this, after we go through this, as to how do you get to the bridge and then how do you use it. But for now, we just want to show how it's used so people can start bridging over and use this as a how-to guide. So first of all, when you come to the bridge website, basically you want to head to https bridge.youwho.io. So this is the link here. So we'll send this link out in the announcement afterwards. Hi there, Anubis. So once you get here, you get to this screen and you'll want to connect your wallet. So I'm just going to go ahead. So I'll do a few transactions so everyone can see how it works. And then I'll explain the methodology behind it. So we want to connect, there's a few wallets here, but MetaMask is the most common one that we'll be using. So we'll connect our MetaMask wallet and it'll just fetch the balance for you. So we'll get to this screen and well, I'll do a live bridging now. So it's very simple. So you basically input how many U tokens you want to bridge. we're only, as you know, we've only got tokens on the BSC chain and Ethereum chain at the moment. So you'll only be able to bridge backwards and forwards between these two chains. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and bridge from BSC to Ethereum. So I'm just going to do 50, I'm just going to do 40 U tokens. So first I'll need to approve, because at the moment the bridge can only spend, as you know, with ERC20 tokens, you need to give allowance to the bridge to handle your tokens. So at the moment, the bridge can only handle 10 of my tokens, but I want to transfer, or I want to bridge 40 of the tokens. So I'm going to click approve. So 40 tokens, next. So while we're waiting for that to approve, oh, that was quick. So basically, now that that's been approved, we are now able to bridge. Just double check that the bridge is going the direction you want. So BSC to Ethereum. So now I'm going to click bridge, and then you'll have to sign the transaction, confirm, and then wait a little while for that to bridge over. If you're going from BSC to Ethereum, the BSC side will be much faster. Okay, so that's initiated the bridge. So we should see that. It'll show up in your bridge history soon. So I'll just explain the layout here while that's confirming. So you have the main bridge screen, which is the screen you see here. And then you have your claim screen, which is the screen here. This is the transaction which I did previously, which I'll show you how to claim with, because there's actually a 30-minute cooldown period. So that's for security reasons. In case there's some malicious activity on the bridge, we can jump in and pause the bridge. This is sort of for safety for everyone. So you can see this is the first one here that pops up. This is the bridge that we just did. So we're bridging 40 U tokens from BSC to Ethereum. You can click on it and you can see you can be taken to BSC chain to see your transaction here. So you can simply click on any of your previous bridges and get taken straight to the block explorer. Now the claim, so that's still processing. So that's going to be relayed by the bridge relayer, and that should show up on the claim to be able to claim very soon. There we go. So it's showing up here. So that's an incoming claim. So what happens is when you bridge the token, it'll be picked up by our bridge relayer, and the bridge relayer will then relay your message to the destination chain. Okay. Now it's not the way that we're doing it, and the way that we've decided to do it, which is you bridge, and then you'll have to claim on the destination chain with a 30-minute wait period between. And we've done this mainly for security reasons, for the bridge itself and for other users, so that basically the bridge cannot be attacked, or it's more difficult to attack the bridge um, with just really a lot of spam transactions. So the steps are basically, if you ever get lost, you can click on how to bridge, and it'll explain to you. But basically, so first you enter the amount of bridge tokens you want to bridge on the side of the chain that you're bridging from. You select the chain that you are sending the U tokens from, and then the U code tokens to. Then you click the bridge button. And also, if it's your first time bridging, you'll need to approve an allowance for the bridge to spend. So, if you're bridging 100 tokens, you'll need to approve for the bridge to spend 100 tokens. So what actually happens is the bridge burns the tokens on the chain that you're sending the tokens from, and then it mints the tokens on the side on the chain that you're sending the tokens to. So that's why we need to allow the bridge to spend our tokens. So once you confirm the bridge, the transaction will show up in your transaction history. Then wait approximately 30 minutes, which is the cooldown period, and then you will be able to click claim, which I'll show you in a second. If you basically, if you have a bridge that's ready to be claimed, you can click the claim button, and then you'll be able to see the transaction pop up in the block explorer on the side of the bridge that you're bridging to. So if we do that now, you'll see that this is the bridge that I just created just now along the live stream. So we have to wait another 26 minutes in order to be able to claim it. But this is one that I've prepared earlier, so we'll try this now. Now, because our wallet is currently on the BSC side, which is the side that we bridge from, we'll need to switch the network. So we'll go ahead and switch over to, and you won't be able to see this happening on the screen, but I'm currently switching from BSC to the Ethereum chain. So my wallet is now on, oops, a few errors there, which we'll clean up. So my wallet is now on the Ethereum side of the chain. I can now go ahead and claim that. So I'll click claim. And you won't be able to see the MetaMask prompt, but you just click confirm to claim the bridge. And yeah, and that's basically how you bridge the tokens from one side to the other. After a while, the tokens will be minted out for you, and it'll show up in your wallet. So very soon we should see that show up in our history. So if we just wait a while, the Ethereum chain obviously is a slower chain than the Binance Smart Chain. So transactions do take longer to confirm and longer to process. So just keep that in mind. Now, when you see this these loading dots, it means the the transaction has been processed, and we're just waiting for it to confirm. So we can actually click on this now to be taken to the Etherscan block explorer, and you can see there we've minted 50 U tokens, which will be sent to our wallet. So again, you can see this has popped up into our bridge history. So now so those tokens should have been released by now, but this will turn into a check mark once once the transaction has been fully confirmed on the blockchain. So that's really it. And then obviously you can bridge backwards and forwards. So you can bridge from the Ethereum chain onto the Binance Smart Chain, or the Binance Smart Chain onto the Ethereum chain. So now, it depends, if you're buying tokens from the Ethereum side, you can then bridge them over to the Binance Smart Chain side to use our mobile app. So again, I'll show you. So the link to the bridge is here. We'll send out a tweet to let everyone know that this is the bridge URL. And yeah, I mean, if anyone has any questions, you can always hop into our Discord and chat to our guys there. We'll be happy to help you out if you run into any issues. Yeah, just let us know. So yeah, that was the bridge side. That was the bridge part of things. I'll just check. It should have been released. So yeah, that's successful on the Etherscan block explorer now. So it should have popped up into my wallet. And yeah, you won't be able to see the MetaMask on your screen, but it's showing up in my wallet. So that was a successful bridge, and there's the check mark. So so everything's confirmed on the blockchain, and that's how you bridge, guys. It's as simple as that. Click bridge, wait 30 minutes, and then click claim on the side that you're bridging to. Yeah, that's about it for the bridging side. Again, head over to our Discord if you run into trouble or have any questions. And now will be the second part of our presentation, which is talking about yeah, the upcoming development pipeline. So Brian, I don't know if you want to just touch on a little bit of that, about the how we're going to be working the incentives and things like that. I'll intro first from the development side, that we are planning to. So everyone who's been helping us out, thank you very much. Um, Thank you very much for helping us out with all the development that's happened. We've been taking on all the feedback, and we've been updating our app as per the feedback. And what we plan to do is, basically, moving forward, we plan to, so the development app that everyone's been trying and testing out, that will be released onto the mainnet. So it'll still be a test app, but it will actually be running on the Binance Smart Chain mainnet, right? And Anubis, I'll answer your question soon. Anubis asked, why do we need to use a bridge? Can you keep tokens on the same blockchain? Just quickly answer that. Well, basically, because the token has been released on both the Ethereum chain, and we originally released it on the Binance Smart Chain, and then we released it onto the Ethereum chain because basically there are some people that don't use the Binance Smart Chain. They prefer to invest in tokens from the Ethereum chain. So that's the reason why we have released onto the Ethereum chain. And in the future, we'll plan to release on Arbitrum network as well. It's really just to expose our token to more investors, because some people just don't use Binance Smart Chain. So we're just opening our token to more investors. And then the way that they can bridge tokens across chains is using our bridge. But thanks for the question. Very good question. So just coming back to this. So as you can see, what we're planning to do is split our um, app into basically a development app that's running on the testnet, the Binance Smart Chain testnet, and then we're going to have another, and then we're going to have like the main testing app, which is running on the mainnet. So what this means is that the app that's running on the mainnet, and it'll be running only on the Binance Smart Chain mainnet. So basically what that means is any transactions that happens on that app are final because they're on the mainnet. So the tokens that you've bought to date, you will be able to deposit those onto the app, and then you will basically be able to start staking. It will happen automatically, like it's happening on the test app. So you'll be able to basically stake your tokens that everyone's, all investors that are holding their tokens now. This is how you'll be able to stake your tokens and get staking rewards as we're building out the app, right? So just coming back on the development app that'll be running on the testnet, which is on the orange side here. So the transactions it'll be just like the app that everyone's been testing at the moment. You'll be able to, try transactions, withdrawals, try using services, and it'll basically be where we add features, where we test new features. So basically, we at the moment we're working on a calendar feature, so you'll be able to actually see, when someone's booked your service, that'll block off in a calendar. So we're currently testing that feature, which obviously we want to push out to our testers for them to try before we actually implement it into the main app. So of course, as part of the testing, there will be bug bounty rewards and feature testing. So we want to try and make the way we distribute the tokens as community driven as possible. Right, Brian? I mean, we don't want to.
Correct.
Yeah. We don't want to
I mean,
just.
the whole idea of this whole project is actually to be one of the biggest communities ever, right? So everything is supposed to be peer-to-peer, and that's how we want it to be, right? Even the services, eventually the purpose of the app is to connect, services. And actually to take that a step further in terms of the early stage community, we really appreciate your help in terms of all these bug bounties that we're doing, and eventually there will be a referral program. So if you refer a friend or a colleague, a family member or anything like that, there will be referral rewards that will eventually give out. Yeah? So, at the end of the day, we're all about the community. So, we appreciate your involvement at all levels, at testing level, at using level, at referral level, everything. So, yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
much
thanks very
appreciated,
much.
actually.
Yeah. So like we don't want to be like there are countless other projects out there that have come before us and have gone by the wayside, fallen off because they've simply just airdropped a whole bunch of tokens to people that don't even care about the project, and then those people, what they've ended up doing is just selling their tokens, onto the community that do care about the project. So we want to do the opposite, where we basically, airdrop tokens to people that do care about our project and do help us out. So that's how we'll be moving forward with those. Yeah, thanks for that, Brian.
Yeah.
Mm. So just getting back to the development side. So once we are testing new features out, that'll basically where if you're interested to see what's actually coming up, what new features are coming up for our platform. If you're into the testing app, if you use a testing app, you'll be able to see all the latest features that will be pushing, once they're stable, we'll then push them to the main app. So that'll be how we'll run the development side of things. On the main side, as I mentioned before, it will only be running on the Binance Smart Chain, simply because the fees are much cheaper there. So anyone who's invested it from Ethereum or say at the moment Ethereum, they will need to use the bridge, which we've just talked about earlier. So they'll need to bridge their tokens over to Binance Smart Chain and then deposit them, to receive their staking rewards. And again, that's primarily just for the fees, because otherwise users will be paying too much in fees and it just wouldn't be feasible. So on the main test app, that'll be the first thing, because we want to, obviously, the community that have been with us, that have been invested holding in our tokens, we want them to, have a little bit of reward for holding our tokens. So we want to get that staking feature out as soon as possible. And again, as I mentioned before, stable features, once features that we've tested and are stable, they will be implemented onto our main app. And then, as Brian mentioned just now about community incentives and airdrops, so we'll be looking to do referral links very soon. So you'll be able to send these referral links to others, and if they use your referral links, you'll both be rewarded with tokens, things like that. We'll be running competitions on the coolest listings, or the first 100 bookings made, things like that. We'll also be running, incentives for social media to get our the word about our app out there, because word to sort of networking this way, like by word of mouth is the most powerful form of marketing, really. And again, the final one would be bug bounties. So while we try to test everything thoroughly before we push them onto the main app, there will obviously be things that slip through the cracks. So there will still be bug bounties even on the main app itself. And then basically, once we've got that running smoothly, the main test app, will finally be pushed onto the main Apple App Store and the Google Play Store, available as a fully working production app. So that's where, and this will happen by the end of this year. So when that happens, there will be basically one test development app running on the test net. When those features are ready to go, when they're very as solid as they can be, we then push them onto the main production app that is on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store, and running on the Binance Smart Chain mainnet. So that's how we're currently going to be. That's how we're going to be running things from now until the end of the year. And yeah, we're very excited to get the community feedback as we continue to develop. I see so Arbitrum contract when. So basically the Arbitrum contract, we're not looking to do that probably by the end of the year, but at the moment our main focus is on actually getting the app out there, because that's what generates the real value. We can keep putting coins on many chains, but at the end of the day, that's not what drives real value for a token. What drives real value is getting users, right, Brian? You'll know more about
Yeah,
this.
absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. There is a legitimate business model behind what we're trying to do, right? So we're trying to basically connect people peer to peer, someone that needs a service and someone that is willing to provide a service. And what we're doing is we're just collecting a transaction fee in the middle. And it's a very small transaction fee, actually, just to facilitate the transaction. And then that fee, the fee that's collected will go into a fee pool. And then eventually all the monies in that, all the tokens that go into that fee pool will eventually get distributed amongst the token holders. Yeah, so there is a legitimate business model behind what we're trying to do. We're not trying to kind of just pump the coin and then that's it. So we want this to be an app for everyone to use. People who are maybe want to earn an extra source of income by providing their services outside of hours or on the weekends, or people who want to become their own bosses. There's an infinite opportunity for people who can earn a legitimate living by using our app and providing a service that they really enjoy doing, or perhaps the service that they're very good at. Yeah.
I mean, we've already seen a lot of very interesting listings, even from the testing, app that we've put out. There's a lot of interesting services out there, and I'm sure there will be continue to be a lot more interesting services coming on board. And that'll be the best way to start, get our app out there. We have interesting services, that no one else has. It's great. I think. I've just got a question from Simbo. He says, what if Binance goes bankrupt and BSC is also affected? Do you have any alternative for this case? Well, you see, this is also the reason why we've put our token on Ethereum, right? So, full disclosure, we do have our token has a pause mechanism, which we're currently obviously the founders and the developers. We're in control of that at the moment. So there is a pause mechanism, and this is mainly for, if there's malicious activity, somehow something goes wrong with the token, it gets hacked, or in this case, if Binance, in the unlikely event Binance goes up, belly up, we can pause the contract on that chain and just revert to Ethereum. And then in the future, if we have Arbitrum, which is also another low fee chain, we can then resort to that as the primary chain. So basically, the answer to your question is the alternative is the other chains that we are putting our tokens on. But we will only take it one step at a time. Yeah. Anubis asks, is there any advertisement for the project? Yes, there is, and yes, there will be more and more as we continue to move forward. At the moment, we're still in development, so advertising. If we advertise too much now to users, well, then no one's, they're interested in, they want to come in and use a finished product that's already working, right? So, yeah, so basically, as we ramp up, as we move, that's why we want to really push towards production by the end of this year, so that we can really push out advertisement and get real users coming to the platform and using the platform. But good question, thank you. So I think that's basically it for this AMA. If no one's got any other questions, so we've gone through how to use the token bridge. So again, just to reiterate, it's very simple. Choose the side of the chain you want to bridge from, put in your token, put in the amount of tokens you want to bridge, click bridge. You'll have to wait for about 30 minutes, and then you'll come to this screen. So this is the bridge that I did at the start of the stream. You can see there's 6 minutes left. So once the 30 minutes is up, you'll be able to claim on the side that you're bridging to. And that's it. That's how you bridge. It's very simple. And then just now we talked about our development pipeline. So we're going to be running two apps, two test apps. One test app will be running on the testnet, and that'll have our features that we want to test out. And then the other test app will be running on the main net, so people will be able to stake their tokens and actually start using the platform as it's intended, listing services, booking services, providing services. And then once we're happy that that's stable, we will then push that main test app as a production app onto the Apple App Store and the Google Play stores. And the development test app will just keep running as it is, where we test out all the latest features before we push them out to production. So hopefully that's clear for everyone. I don't know, Brian, if you have anything you'd like to add.
No, I think we've pretty much covered everything.
Well, in that case, if there are not any more questions, we're just going to wrap up here. And obviously, if viewers have any questions anymore, if they get stuck using the bridge, please feel free to head over to our Discord and ask questions there. But otherwise, that's it from us. Until the next time, we'll keep these updates as regular as we can, but we're just really focusing on building. like we said, bull market, bear market, whatever happens, we just keep trying to build out our vision. And we thank everyone that's been along for the ride and continues to be, right? So
Mm.
so yeah, guys, until next time, thank you very much, and we'll see you again
Thanks
soon.
a lot, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah, take care. See you next time.